Imagine this. In Sri Lanka, officers from the Department of Wildlife Conservation are battling to save a majestic elephant, its life hanging in the balance. A victim of a cruel trap, its tongue swollen and mouth shattered, it's a stark reminder of the threats wildlife face. Saving the gentle giant. Wildlife conservationists race against time. In Sri Lanka, officers from the Department of Wildlife Conservation are currently providing critical treatment to a wild elephant discovered lying in a dire condition at the forest border, its tongue swollen. Upon closer inspection, it became evident that the elephant's mouth had suffered slight shattering, indicating an injury likely caused by a jaw-exploding trap. Fortunately, the explosive hadn't severely shattered the elephant's mouth, but the tongue had been significantly injured and infected as a result of the blast, exacerbating the situation. It's likely the poor elephant had been suffering from this infection for some time, potentially impairing its ability to intake food. The veterinary surgeon on site believed the collapse was due to the elephant's lack of energy caused by prolonged starvation. Upon realizing the urgency of the situation, the veterinary surgeon and their team sprang into action. They understood that it was imperative to replenish the elephant's energy promptly to prevent its demise. Thus, they swiftly initiated saline treatment, connecting an IV line to the elephant's ear vein. They meticulously cleaned the area around the ear to minimize the risk of further infection through the injection site. Saline treatment was chosen to help restore the lost energy of the elephant. The injury inflicted upon the elephant resulted from an improvised explosive device concealed in fodder bait used by villagers for hunting animals. These devices, comprised of gunpowder and fragments of metal or rock tightly packed together, function as traps. When bitten into or crushed inside an animal's mouth, they explode, causing extensive damage to the jaw, tongue, and surrounding soft tissues. Explosive devices hidden in bait for bushmeat hunting have now surpassed gunshot injuries as the primary cause of elephant deaths in Asia. Originally aimed at wild boars, these traps are increasingly maiming and killing elephants, exacerbating the already critical issue of human-elephant conflict in the region. While administering the saline treatment, the veterinary team also administered antibiotics intramuscularly to combat the infection. These antibiotics were specifically chosen to bolster the elephant's immunity and facilitate the healing process in the tongue, preventing the infection from spreading to other internal organs. Additionally, multivitamins and anti-inflammatory medications were provided to further support the elephant's recovery. After 5 hours of saline treatment, attempts were made to help the elephant stand. However, it became evident that the elephant had not fully regained its lost energy. Consequently, the decision was made to continue the treatment the following morning. The veterinary surgeon emphasized the need for continuous monitoring and treatment over the next 5 days. If, after this period, the elephant failed to show significant improvement, it would be transferred to the Elephant Rehabilitation Center, operated by the Department of Wildlife Conservation. The situation highlights the grave threats faced by wildlife due to human activities such as poaching and habitat destruction. It also underscores the crucial role of conservation efforts and the dedicated individuals working tirelessly to mitigate the impact of these threats on vulnerable species like elephants. Furthermore, it raises awareness about the urgent need for stricter enforcement of wildlife protection laws and increased community engagement to address the root causes of human-wildlife conflict. Collaborative efforts involving government agencies, conservation organizations, local communities, and other stakeholders are essential to safeguarding the future of endangered species and maintaining ecological balance. In conclusion, the compassionate efforts of the Department of Wildlife Conservation in treating the injured elephant serve as a poignant reminder of our shared responsibility to protect and preserve biodiversity.